What's going on, everyone? This is Over the Ropes. I'm Tyler.
I'm Cortland. Let's get this show on the road, brother.
And we got your Monday Night Raw review. And what a damn Monday Night Raw it was. Holy shit.
Really solid Raw. This is a great show.
What a show. I think we all figured coming off of that Elimination Chamber, the pay-per-view itself, that we were in for something good, and they delivered. Even with, I think it was Triple H said in the press conference that, we had a lot more twists and turns coming, and my boy wasn't lying.
Nope, they delivered.
Yeah. We got a killer promo from Punk. We got 3 title matches tonight. We got a title change. Let me ask you, what do you think they're doing with this?
I think there's a couple things. Okay. I think that this is a good way to always be invested in a title match. Yep. I heard so many people saying there's no way they're going to take the belt off of off of Rhea this quick.
Yep.
What's wrong?
No, I was saying I was that guy. Yeah, for sure.
But not just you. And people said the same thing. Look, this was the same length as Jay's IC title run. I think it was about 8 weeks. Mm-hmm. But that's what's great. Yeah, there's a lot of long reigns, right now under the Triple H era. But there's some short ones, so I think there's that. But also, I think that this is their way of turning this into a triple threat because the no DQ call on Bianca, I think that's going to be the reason they turn this into a triple threat.
I think this was their way of getting in triple threat too. That triple threat is going to be incredible. This is the women's version of Cena, Batista, and Orton, all coming up at the same time together. We never got them in a triple threat at Mania. We got 2 of the 3. Cena, Randy, and Triple H in a triple threat. We got Cena and Batista Mania. But, this match is going to... If it ends up being a triple threat, it is going to clap so hard.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
And I think we're just starting the Rhea versus Bianca story now.
So, I don't know if it's just me being invested in the take, but was Bianca healing it up today? Never mind just pushing Rhea, but she looked like she did not give a shit about the Naomi and Jay thing.
Yep.
She's dressed up fancy. She's, Yeah,
I think we're slowly planting those seeds, man. The look, she cares about how she looks, how she's talking is different, her attitude is different. Yep. She was just like, well, I want to feel bad, but I just won the chamber. Right. I'm going to WrestleMania, and no, she's slowly turning every week.
It's going to end up being her and Naomi.
They're losing a lot of Make-A-Wishes right now.
Between Bianca and Cena.
And John Cena? They are.
Cody going to be working overtime.
Our poor guy's going to be putting in triple work.
Rhea's going to be like, sorry, buddy, but I ain't coming home for another 3 weeks. I got to pick up Bianca's slack, Tiffany, get your ass over here. Start signing. Yep. Yeah, we got an incredible promo by Punk, which we'll
what a way to start this show.
Just angry, pissed off. I'm going to let everybody know how I feel. 2 great title matches, along with the one we already talked about.
Yep.
This is what they need to do with Lyra. This is what they did with Chelsea. Continuously put her in title matches. Continuously put her in the ring. You'll naturally build chemistry, stories, and everything else moving forward. It was a good show. Good show overall.
Started hot.
It started hot. I'm skimming through. I don't really see any
I was funny. I was just doing the same.
Yeah.
I was rolling through, and I'm down with all this.
All right, so we're just going to start straight into the show, man.
Let's go. So we start. We see a rental car pull up. Parks. CM Punk storms out, and he's hauling ass to the ring.
Angry.
Right away, this is going to be good. The crowd's already losing their mind.
Oh, yeah.
And irate. Punk is now going to get the best reactions for the rest of the year with Cena turning.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to get the best ovation in every city now. Aggressively takes the mic out of the ring keeper's hands, and he rips the cowl off the announce desk. He knocks down the stupid Prime bottles, and I'm like, this is going to be a banger.
Listen. We all know Logan sucks as a human being, but I ain't gonna lie, Prime's fucking good. I do like.
Oh, you like it?
I love me some the hydration, not the other.
What color is it?
So like the hydration's just the regular bottles. That's more for like hydrating yourself, and then they have like the energy, which are like in the more darker ones. Those suck. Gotcha. But the hydration, the regular Prime ones, I fuck with Prime. I love.
I've had 3 and I hate the aftertaste.
Really interesting.
The initial's good, but the aftertaste is like that fake sugary stuff that I can't stand.
My favorite one's the lemonade, the yellow. Oh,
I think that's one of the ones I've had.
I love the lemonade. I drink all those a lot. So,
better than soda. Yeah. So let's get into this Punk promo.
Let's do it.
He says, let's start this show off with a bang.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, this is going to be fun.
He's so pissed. Yep.
Looks like a feral animal.
Uh-huh.
He said, this is going to be fun. Not for you, but for me. I'm liable to get us canceled off Netflix.
Yes, sir.
Where do we start? Consider this a State of the Union address, as we are far deep onto the road to Mania, an event which some people seem to think I've exhausted all opportunity to main event it. So allow me to address my enemies. And because my name is CM Punk, that means everyone. And I'm like, all right, here we go. And I like this part. He's like, so where do we start? And he lets the crowd pick. He's like, tell me where to start my promo. And that's how you know it's just coming right off the dome. And yeah.
Michael Cole yells Seth.
Yep. And so we do. We start with The Rock.
Uh-huh.
And what a first line. Listen here, Dwayne, you bald fraud. You think because you're on the board of directors, you're immune to criticism, but you don't know who you're dealing with. You're dealing with the best in the world. Middle-aged, crazy, walking back into the WWE after 10 years, and I've literally marched through hell to receive opportunities at the big dance, while you, Mr. Midlife Crisis, just walk in whenever you feel like it, and you hide behind the fact that you think you're a bigger star than everyone, and my hair is just standing at this point.
Yep.
Punk says he'd love to say it face-to-face, but Dwayne hasn't graced us with his presence on Raw to do his BS, and then he starts slapping his arm, mocking The Rock. Hilarious.
That was great.
Punk says he's never been so delusional and desperate to wear a fake title. Oh, what a line. I love it.
But, do we need to talk about the real world championship? Just saying. I'm just saying. You injured. You let go of that belt. So, but all right. I'll let it slide.
I thought that was kind of ironic.
Yeah.
And he's like, and that brings me to you, John Cena. Mm-hmm. You can't see me? Well, now we can all see through you. Mm-hmm. He says Cena stole that match after 20 years of hustle, loyalty, and respect. Punk gave him the benefit of the doubt when Cena said he didn't have to qualify. Punk thought that what he did in the past had secured his future. But Cena isn't going to fool Punk twice now. Hustle, loyalty, and respect, and now everybody sees what Punk saw all along. He was just selling us bullshit. Mm-hmm. And Punk says...
these kids on bullshit, he says.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Punk says, who gave up at Elimination Chamber? It wasn't me. You'll never see CM Punk give up on his dream to main event WrestleMania. Ironically, it was Mr. Don't Give Up who gave up on himself and all of these people and all of these kids. And Punk says he's going to get his hands on both of these frauds, and when he does, they're going to make a wish that he never did.
That's right.
What a line.
Of you bald frauds, he says.
Yep.
I
love that line, but I didn't love that he said, I didn't give up, which technically he didn't. He passed out, but he
did not give up.
He did lose to a submission, so I was like, but you know what?
That's
fair.
His point. Is I didn't quit. I passed out. You know why? Because I'm not going to quit.
You know, so that's a great line.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And he just keeps going.
Oh, man. Right into the next one.
And now, the man of the hour, the man with all of CM Punk's undivided attention, little brother Seth Rollins.
Little brother Seth. What a line. That right there was my favorite line. Little brother Seth. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Punk says Becky Lynch better come get Seth before Punk does, because if Punk gets there first, he's going to put Seth in a wheelchair. And immediately, Seth Rollins' music hits. Punk drops the mic immediately and just runs to the ramp. And I love this. What a brawl. They brawl for at least 5 or 10 minutes. And I lost count of how many times they broke free of security. We got eye gouges. We have hair pulling. We've got solid potatoes to the face. This was a crazy brawl. One of the best. What did you think of this segment?
Oh, it was great. Like, Punk came out, hair on fire, like you said. Kills The Rock, kills Cena, kills Seth. The brawl breaks out everywhere. Then we come back from commercial, and they're still brawling. Still going at it. And they looked like they were throwing potatoes too. Like they weren't. They weren't holding. One of the refs you can see when they come back from commercial, when they're separating them right there at the end. One of the refs clearly got hit because he's like, "Oh, motherfucker!" Like, you know. But yeah, it was a great way to start the show, and instantly you're like, "Oh man, it's gonna be one of these nights." All right, cool.
Great way. Great tone to set.
Oh, great tone setter.
Love this.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So they recap this brawl. Little recap of Liv and Raquel winning the tag titles from Naomi and Bianca. And then we head to the Judgment Day Clubhouse.
Hey. Did you see Becky's tweet?
I did, but I can't remember. I know it made me think that a mixed tag was coming. So it was something like, "I'm not the one who needs to come get my man."
Yeah, so she tweeted out a picture of Seth and Roxanne at the chamber, and they're wearing matching gear. And she said, "I'm not the one that needs to get my man."
That's awesome.
And everybody got so butthurt. Oh my god. She's trying to say he's cheating. And, which, I mean, listen. Punk's probably a good dude. He seems like a good dude. But he does have a weird relationship with some of these NXT girls.
The youngins, especially.
I'm just saying.
Yep. No, you're not wrong.
But go ahead, finish up this clubhouse thing.
Yeah, so we're in the clubhouse, and you've got Finn sitting on the couch, and then you've got the ladies and Carlito kind of standing up by the TV. Yeah, and Finn is stewing, and so Dom kind of walks over and he's like, you good? And Finn's like, yeah, I'm good. So Dom goes back to everyone else. Liv's showing off her battle wounds, and man, is her midsection tore up. Ooh. And Dom says, Liv and Raquel, they won the women's tag titles. They're the best women's tag team of all time. Liv says it doesn't matter who the women's champ is because she's beaten Rhea, she's beaten Io, she's beaten Bianca before, and she knows she can do it again. She suggests that Raquel goes after the women's Intercontinental title. Raquel says she's going to have her eye on the match later in the evening. And then Liv looks down at Finn, and she's like, "Finn, really, is everything okay?" He stands up, and he's like, "I'm happy for the new champs." What's up?
Doing pettiness. He's so petty.
Big time.
100%
big
of the time. And I
Such a dickhead.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "I'm happy for the new champs, even though Liv lost at the chamber.
Yeah.
But hey, we can look past that." He says what he can't get past is Dom and Carlito getting embarrassed by Braun Breaker last week. Dom says, "Hey, Finn, well, you had a chair in your hands and you still ran from Braun Breaker. But if we had another member," and Finn cuts him right off, and he's like, no new members. And Finn's like, "You know what? I'll just deal with Braun Breaker myself tonight." Yep. And Dom asks, so Finn walks away, and Dom's like, "So what was up with Jade at the chamber?" And Liv, very rushingly kind of brushes it off. She's like, "I don't know. I'm staying out of it. I had nothing to do with it."
Yeah.
She just kind of sweeps it under the rug.
I ain't even touching that. It ain't my business. Yep. I almost got my ass kicked for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't want no part of it. Because I do believe that they had nothing to do with it. I think it was Bianca and Naomi. So, but yeah, man. I mean, this was a fun little segment. Finn is just the most petty, miserable human being, and it's so great. Like, nobody can have credit for anything unless it's him.
Right.
Everybody else's wins are because of him. Like, yeah. And it's funny because they're all on the same page except for Finn.
Except for Finn, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a great post on X. I can't remember who it was, but basically Finn was like, I've got everything under control, and he talked about like how dominant he was. It was his win-loss record over the course of the last 2.5 years.
Yeah.
He's won like 30% of the matches he's been in. Yeah. It's brutal.
It's brutal. So then we come back to the ring. And
first action of the night.
And Otis is in the ring. Gunther's music hits.
Okay.
Gunther, and on his way out to the ring, he has the mic, real Jacob Fatu style. And he says, before I embarrass you right now, big boy, let me explain something to you. First, I know you're strong. Strong as an ox, actually. Some call you a freak of nature. But to me, you're just a freak. He said, to me, you belong in the same category as Jey Uso. A people pleaser who makes a clown of themselves to please a degenerate audience who does not belong in the sacred ring. You really believe they cheer you because they like you? But what you don't understand is they pity you. Yep. Let's be honest. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror? Because I have, and I see me wearing the World Heavyweight Championship as a belt. You can't even find a damn belt to fit.
That popped me.
Oh, man. Well, the sad thing is you could be great if you had just a little bit of self-respect. Don't you worry. I'm going to teach you something about respect right now. Because just like Jey at WrestleMania, and then big boots the shit out of him.
Drops him with a boot.
Drops him. Gunther hit this dude with like 15 big boots. This whole match was just Gunther big booting the shit out of him.
And I think McAfee made a point to say that. He's like, a lot of big boots tonight.
Yeah. The match was a good match. Gunther got 2 big boots that, like in the beginning, one that takes him down and then one that knocks him out of the ring. Otis got a little bit in here and there, but it was more just Gunther just
kind of in the middle of the match. He hit that backdrop. Yeah. He started gyrating and vibrating. You know what, though? Respect to Otis. He went chop for chop. Yeah. He took off the T-shirt.
Yep.
And he went chop for chop with the big man.
Yeah.
And he got some big scoop slams in. He got the worm in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gunther ends up hitting the power bomb for the win, which respects, because Otis is a big boy. Like
5'10", 360. He is all there.
I was conflicted with the match because Otis is a big dude. He's strong. I like Otis looking good. Yep. But I feel like this is a weird tactic where the last 2 weeks, both Tozawa and Otis frankly got more in than they probably should have.
I would agree with that, and that's driving me a little nutty. I feel like Gunther should be looking dominant on his way to WrestleMania, and Tozawa and Otis shouldn't be taking him 10 minutes. There shouldn't be a commercial break in an Otis-Gunther match.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let him get his shit in with like one little burst, and then that's it. So after Gunther hits the power bomb, he goes to put Otis in a sleeper. Tozawa jumps on his back. That goes nowhere. Throws him off, ends up power bombing him onto Otis. Yep. Jey comes running in, attacks Gunther, hits him with the spear, holds up the belt, gets on the turnbuckles, and out of fucking nowhere, Grayson Waller and Theory attack him. They try to get the upper hand. Jey super kicks Theory out of the ring. Yeet punches Waller, spear, lays Waller out. Then Gunther gets in, puts him in the sleeper, takes Jey out. And it was again, I was conflicted on the match. I feel like the last 2 weeks they've kind of made Gunther look weaker than they should. But I do like how every week it's like him and Jey. Boom, 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 boom. Who's going to get the upper hand each week, you know? So they...
What would you do with these guys for the next, couple of weeks going into Mania? Because I had the same thoughts, and that's why I wrote this down. What do we see from Gunther in the next couple weeks? What would you like to see?
Him just kill Jay. I want him.
You want credible wins or do you want squashes?
Squashes.
Yeah.
Squashes and like at least how many more weeks we got? 7.
7. We're in the mid-40s, so there's going to be 6 more Raws, brother.
Okay, so at least
I believe
2 of them, I want him just to demolish Jay, like just hurt Jay, and like
I won't. Yeah,
you know. But I would rather have squashes. Just make him look as scary and dominant as humanly possible, because we know Gunther can put on a good match, and we know what it could look like with like him and Finn or him and Braun Breaker. Like, no, build him up and make him look like a mountain that Jay has to climb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. I did put at some point. I was like, I wonder if we see a tag match. I just wrote like hypothetically for next week, Jay and Otis versus Gunther and Ludwig. I think at some point we'll get a tag match.
Jay and Penta versus Gunther and Ludwig.
Ooh.
But
oh, yeah, I like that, too.
Jay has a match next week.
Right, yep.
Yeah, against Waller.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be next week either, but
Jay
and at that point, we didn't know that, actually, so.
Jay and Penta?
When I took that note. Yeah, no, that would be awesome.
Ludwig? Ooh.
Yeah.
So then we get an AJ Styles interview. I didn't have this on my damn bingo card. Kathy says that their interview was cut short last week because of Logan Paul. She wants to get his opinion on what happened at the Chamber because of his history with Cena and Cody. AJ says, wow, I didn't see that coming. John Cena sailing out, and then Karrion Kross comes out of nowhere.
Speaking of things I didn't see coming.
I know, right? And when the hell did his hair get so damn long? Holy
I also wrote that down. That
shit.
Surprised me.
Maybe he usually has it up. But it was AJ flowing on Raw.
Yeah.
So Karrion jumps on his back and is like, he's like, it's not that surprising if you think about it. And AJ like grabs his wrist and like rips it off of him. And Kross goes, ow, ow, ow.
Okay, wow.
Okay, Kross says, you're a longtime legend, just like Cena. And you know how frustrating it is for the new generation not to show you respect. Where does Logan Paul get off interrupting you? And AJ just stops him mid-sentence. Says, stop. Stop with the song and dance. Really? This routine? I'm not John Cena. Maybe the WWE Universe needs a reminder of who AJ is. And I'll tell you what, next week, Madison Square Garden, I'll call out Mr. Logan Paul. See if he can back up the trash that he likes to talk. And as for you, the devil on my shoulder, trying to be the devil on my shoulder, God knows my evil ways. And Kross, he walks off, and Kross just goes, man, that was easy.
That was easy. Yeah.
That was light work.
Yeah. Got right under his skin.
Yeah, I didn't see AJ and Logan.
Didn't see that coming?
No, I mean, we were all, at least me, I'll speak for myself, was focused on the, internet rumors that it could have been AJ and Finn. I was into that. But yeah, no, I didn't see AJ and Logan, but
I was thinking AJ and Braun Breaker.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I could see all these guys going against Braun here, too. Having a massive Intercontinental title match.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because we saw them talking later. I missed it. I saw it on Twitter. What if Kross and Scarlett join Judgment Day?
I think that's a phenomenal fit.
Because, I didn't see it on the show, but I saw it on Twitter during something. I don't remember now. Dom's talking to Kross.
I think that's perfect. I think Judgment Day is perfect for someone like Karrion Kross. Perfect. And now I want to see Karrion Kross just take Finn Balor's head off.
Oh my god. And Scarlett just being the smoke show, and Liv and Raquel having their backs up. Liv being jealous about Dom being around Scarlett. Oh my god. Oh,
that's great TV.
The
Sign me up. That's great.
Give me AJ.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. Give me AJ and Logan. It's a good match for both of them. AJ and LA Knight last year was fun. AJ's coming back from an injury. It's a big match for Logan. It's a good match for AJ. AJ could have a really good match with Logan. Give them, like you said, 6 weeks to plan out a match. Yeah, buddy. So
yes, sir.
But yeah, I the more we just talked about it, the more I'm like, give me Karrion Kross leader, Judgment Day, and just poking everybody. Hey, Carlito, you gonna let that guy talk to you that way? Like,
could you imagine him and Dom together? They'd be insufferable.
Oh man, perfect tag team champs, right?
Yeah, no, it really is. Fuck. I hate how much I love this.
Because it's not gonna happen, right? You just
so now
excited.
Fucking false hope, brother.
Yep.
Damn. So after this, we get the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. We got Ivy Nile versus Lyra Valkyria. Lyra gets the drop kick right off the bat. I think she had a lot of pent-up frustration about last week.
As soon as the match started.
Yeah. I mean, the bell rang, shotgun drop kick. Lyra comes out with a ton of aggression in this match. And right before we go into the first break, Ivy Nile hits these 2 dragon screws.
Ooh.
One off the top rope and then another just standard one right in the ring. And man, did that screw up Lyra's leg. And this would be, a focal point of the rest of the match.
Yeah.
As we get back, Ivy's been working on the knee and leg throughout the match, and she continues to. And it definitely affected Lyra's offense in this match. Ivy powered attempted tornado DDT that Lyra usually does. She usually, carousels out the ropes. She turned that into a suplex. I loved that. Lyra hit this awesome swinging neck breaker. Kind of reminded me of some Bo Dallas stuff, but it was violent.
Yeah.
And then she goes for the Nightwing, and her leg gives out. And I thought there was a chance here. I thought Ivy was going to take it. She hits this power bomb, immediately transitions into an ankle lock, and man, this was vicious. I'm talking John Cena's STF on Punk. Yeah. This was filthy. This looked great. This was Kurt Angle-esque.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to tap here for a minute, and the only thing I could think of that was holding me back was well, who the fuck is she going to fight at Mania, But, man, I thought Ivy had this for a minute. Ivy goes for a big boot in the corner. Lyra ducks. Ivy's leg kind of gets hung up. Lyra takes advantage with another nasty neck breaker, and she hits the Nightwing, and she gets the 1-2-3, and Lyra carries on as the Women's Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, great match. I love how they really showed Ivy's strength in this match.
Ivy looked really good.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, this is just the best way to build up, frankly, both of them, but Lyra especially. That's what they did with Chelsea. She had 4 weeks in a row where she was defending the U.S. title every week.
Yep.
Michin, B-Fab, this person, back to Michin. You're going to build natural stories. And Ivy Niles getting more in-ring. I thought reps together too. And the Alpha Academy, American Made is just relentlessly trying to get these belts. Relentlessly.
I hope they both get gold this year. I really honestly do.
I think I thought about this. I don't think I wrote it down in the tag title match.
Yep.
But could we see 6-man mixed tag for the tag and the Intercontinental title? All 3 members of American Made versus Lyra and the War Raiders.
Personally, I hate 2 belts on the line in the same match. I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
We could. I wouldn't want to, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think that I can't see Ivy going into Mania as the champ, but maybe sometime shortly after Mania, I can definitely see Ivy winning one of these championships. Sure. And I think the Creed brothers are knocking on the steps of a tag title reign. What's up?
Let me ask you this, because we both thought Becky probably for Mania. If Becky doesn't come back, who do you want to see Lyra wrestle?
Dude, that's awesome. I wrote this down too.
Did you? Nice.
And I also wrote, make sure you take the time to come up with an answer. And I didn't.
I just
man,
thought of this off the top of my head. So
who is on the Raw roster? Woman. Maybe what's her name? Kairi Sane.
Injured.
Yeah, is she gonna be back in time though for Mania?
I don't know. Dakota and Ivy are the only two that's really had matches.
You know who I've been thinking about a lot lately?
Who's that?
Is Asuka ever coming back?
Yes, but they already said it's gonna be after Mania.
Ah!
I read that earlier.
Damn.
Today or yesterday.
Yeah, man. Well, that would have been
I would do?
A good one.
What's that? It's not mid-card level-esque like people want to do because she's gonna win the world title. Put on Roxanne.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing wrong with that.
Straight on to Roxanne. I mean, it won't be at Mania because it's gonna be her Bayley probably. So
Zoe Stark is another. I think Zoe Stark's gonna end up with this belt sooner than later.
Shayna's deserved a title for so damn long.
I think I'm giving up on Shayna. I was all aboard that team, and I am just so over it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, maybe it's a good way to get her some life back, but I think she's kind of over it too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you do with her at Mania if it's not Becky, honestly.
Yeah, hopefully it is.
But yeah, we'll see. Hit us up with coming back from the commercial.
Yeah, for sure. So we get a recap of the Punk promo leading into the Brawl. And then we see Jackie Redmond kind of hurriedly following Seth Rollins. So it looks like he's about to leave the arena. And she just asks for a quick comment on what happened earlier. And they get to kind of a T out back. And he looks right and just beelines for CM Punk, who is coming at him. And the brawl ensues. I loved this.
Yeah.
And so, we see everyone, trying to break it up again. And then we see Adam Pearce out back with Seth Rollins. And he says Seth is putting him in a hell of a position. And Seth's like, me? I'm putting you in a hell of a position? What the hell are you talking about? Seth says, this is the easiest job in your life, Pearce. He says, Punk screwed his own self at the Rumble. I made sure he didn't win the Chamber to go to WrestleMania. And if Pearce doesn't do anything about it, Seth says he's going to do to Punk what he did to Roman at the Rumble. And that's take him out with the stomp on the stairs. And he's going to make sure one way or another Punk doesn't make it to Mania.
Yep.
And Seth is like, this is the hill I will die on. And I love that.
Yep.
And Pearce is like, all right, that's it. You, Punk, next week, Madison Square Garden, Steel Cage.
Listen, Punk can say him and Triple H are as cool as they want. Triple H trying to get this dude killed. Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, 2 weeks later, Cage. Jesus. Talk about pushing your damn luck with somebody who's injury prone.
Oh brother, I know.
God. But it's going to be a killer match.
It's going to be great.
Roman comes back.
Do you think we see Roman?
100%. We have to.
Hey, we both said it.
If they're going to do that triple threat, Roman has to come back next week.
And it's Madison Square Garden. You gotta see Roman.
Madison Square Garden, Roman, and this triple threat's going to be... Because it's going to be Roman wanting to kill Seth, Punk wanting to kill Seth, and then Punk and Roman getting in each other's way of trying to kill Seth.
Yep.
At the same time of Roman hating Punk. So,
yep.
It's going to be great.
Do you think we see him mid-match, or do you think we see him after?
To end the match. Maybe cost Seth the match, accidentally cost Punk the match, something like that. Maybe he goes...
Well, then that could stir up stuff between him and Punk. That's a really good call.
Maybe he goes to spear Seth. Seth moves. He spears Punk. Seth ends up winning. Something like that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we see him next week. Then we get Ludwig Kaiser. What a tool bag. He just looks like a tool. Oh, my God. He's so punchable.
Yeah.
He just looks like you just want to beat the shit out of him. You know?
I would steal his lunch.
Oh, 100%. And then he would just walk off like nothing happened, and he's still the coolest kid in school.
Nose in the air.
Yeah. So he says, especially after last week, I am standing here demanding all of your gratitude for Ludwig Kaiser. Exactly because last week I took back what was originally mine. I took back the attention that Penta has had for the last couple of weeks, and the attention I have been deserved for a long time. Go ahead and boo all you want. You know damn well Ludwig Kaiser is everything he says he is, and Ludwig Kaiser is a future world champion, like it or not. Did he say his name that many times? Like, Jesus. Yeah. Holy crap. And you, Penta, if you think you still have unfinished business, you might want to reconsider, because what John Cena did to Cody last week is nothing compared to what I'm prepared to do to you. I know they call you the man that knows no fear, but Ludwig Kaiser is done with you. You will know exactly what fear feels like. You hear me? And then Penta's music hits. And yes, Kaiser has very confident, like, classic swag. Penta just drips swagger. Oh my god.
Yep.
Comes out doing the little La Parka walk, and then
I love it.
Love that he does that, and then just sprints 1,000,000 miles a second straight into the ring, hits her Hurricanrana, super kick. Kaiser goes out of the ring, tries to get back in 2 or 3 times, or Penta goes for the Penta driver. Kaiser rolls out. They kind of go back and forth about Kaiser getting back in the ring. Penta ends up diving over the top onto Kaiser.
Man, and what a dive.
Oh, man. He gets so high and so far with those dives.
Yep.
And I love this character build for Penta, because he's not doing a promo, but he's like, hey, nah, we'll throw hands. You want to keep talking shit? I'll go in the ring and I'll smack you. Let's do it. You know? I thought this was a great segment. Everything they've done with Penta is so damn good.
He's someone I look forward to seeing on TV every single week.
Every week, yeah. Yeah, he's one of the highlights of the show. So we got a report that Rey Fenix's contract is done. He's done.
He's been pulled off of AEW's website.
What do you want them to do with him? Because he's obviously coming into WWE. We all know that. We don't even need to guess. What do you want them to do with him?
I think at first I'd like to see him start on SmackDown. I don't even want him on the same show. I'm cool with them blazing their own trails. Yeah. I think it's important for each of them to establish their own backbone, their own thing. I think it's okay if you acknowledge their brothers, but I don't want to dive right into the tag thing. I think maybe you build to it. Maybe you get some sort of blood feud with one, and it antagonizes the other, and that's where we see them team up. But I think it's important that their own individual superstars here to start.
I agree. I think they are doing too well of a job with Penta.
Yeah.
And I don't want to derail that. I said this in the group chat, and somebody in the group chat was like, why can't they do both? Because that's just not the way they operate. And you know who you are. You know who you are when you watch, because you watch every week, every show. Because they don't do that, little tritty.
I think Penta's like a legit Intercontinental contender right now. There's no reason to slow that down.
Honestly, I don't know if he'll do it. I'd put him in NXT.
Penta?
No. Phoenix.
Oh, excuse me. Phoenix.
Yeah. NXT needs some top guys. Don't put him in there long. Do what you did with Dragon Lee. 6 months.
I'm totally cool with that. That's a great call. I didn't even think about that.
Have Penta introduce him. Acknowledge that they're brothers. Have Rey go in, win a couple of titles, big storylines, have some banger-ass matches, and then like SummerSlam or something, Penta is getting stomped out by a couple people. here comes Ray Phoenix for the help. And then even if they team up a little bit, just keep them more singles guys, That team.
I like that a lot. I like that better than what I said. I like the NXT idea.
That's what I would do. I don't know, because there was a lot of reports that they were like, we're not going to NXT, dude. So, but, yeah, I mean, SmackDown, too, that works, too. Just acknowledge that they're brothers. Just acknowledge that, like, and, yeah, do the same thing with...
I was acknowledging.
Don't make me start healing on this show. I will heal out for John Cena so hard. But yeah, I wouldn't put them on the same show. If you're gonna put them on the same show, unless you were gonna heavily start focusing on tag team stories, only have them team up when they need to. Be like a Kaiser Gunther kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
No, 100%.
So.
After this, we get Kathy Kelly. She's out back with Bianca Belair. Kathy congratulates her on her win at the Chamber, but says it must have been an emotional roller coaster. Kathy asks how Bianca is processing all of this, and asks if she's been able to speak with either Naomi or Jade. Bianca kind of dances around everything here, to be honest. She says out of respect for both of them, she says she doesn't want to talk about it until she talks to both of them. She says it's confusing and it's bittersweet, and she feels guilty because she's sad about what happened, but she's proud of her win. And I think the key here, she's like, I feel guilty. Bingo. Yeah. There it is.
And she needs to talk to both of them because she's only talked to Naomi trying to figure out how Jade figured it out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She says no matter who wins the women's title tonight, they'll find out why you can't spell WrestleMania without the EST. Mm-hmm. I can't remember if it was here or if it was something on the post show for the Chamber or what. But I know I heard someone specifically say Bianca versus Io. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, must have just been like a slip of the tongue. And then Io wins later, and I'm like, oh my god, man, did they let that slip? It might have been the press conference, but someone said it, and I meant to text you about it, but I was like, there's no way Rhea will lose. Yeah, but like looking back, yeah. I almost think it could have been here. I'll have to go back and watch.
Maybe.
After this, I loved this. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah.
I've been dying to see what we do with Master Gable. And so we get a package. Looks like he's wandering the street. He's asking some people. He's got like a piece of paper. He's like, you know this guy? You know this guy? Everyone's blowing him off. And then Chad kind of ends up kind of in the woods, and he runs into this mysterious figure. And the figure says, you cannot fight what you don't understand. You must become Lucha. Gable says he'll do anything. He's like, just tell me what I need to do. So the man hands him a box in exchange for what looked like $500. And he says that now Gable has the power beyond his understanding. Gable pulls something out of the box. We can't see what it is, and the package ends. What do you think it was? Do you have any idea?
I mean, I know what it is. You know
what it is. Is it a Lucha mask?
It's 100% a Lucha mask.
That's awesome.
And here's the thing. I love this little vignette. It was filmed well. It was good it was good. This is going to end up being stupid. I don't give the last thing I want to see is Gable running around in a fucking luchador mask trying to wrestle like a luchador. It's going to be hilarious. It will be funny. But this just ended up as another stupid comedy story for Gable.
El Generico too.
100%. No, it's going to be
El Inordinario.
What was Hogan's name?
Mr.
America, something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be like Mr. Red, White, and Blue or something. Like
Mr. American Made.
I liked the vignette because it was filmed well and all of that, but it just turned out to be another stupid comedy story angle for him. Like, I thought we were going somewhere with this. But no, now we gotta hit this jackass running around with a luchador mask. Thinking all of a sudden he can beat somebody. Penta's gonna whoop his ass in like 2 minutes flat. Dom's gonna be pointing and laughing at him. If Dom's laughing at you, you have a problem. So, I like the vignette. Awesome. I hate the story now that I know where it's going.
I don't know. I kind of like it. It's cheesy, but I think it's funny as heck. All right, we moving on. Mm-hmm. All right, we get the World Tag Team Championship next. We get the Creed brothers once again challenging the War Raiders. Some good action here. Just 4 big dudes with a wide range of athleticism. Julius hits this drop kick on Ivar. I think he was on top of the turnbuckle, and he just goes spilling out of the ring. Awesome athleticism. I don't know if you saw, Ivar had a hell of a black eye in this match.
Yeah.
He
had it coming.
War Raiders, yeah. War Raiders just have such great tag team offense. Kind of reminds me of the Motor City Machine Guns. Mm-hmm. These guys have worked together forever.
So long.
Yeah. Love it. Some crazy top rope moves in this match from the big men. Brutus hits this foolish 450. And if anything, he almost over-rotated. I mean, my lord. And he just squashes Eric. Julius, some unreal athleticism himself. He scales to the top rope. And the best part about this, Ivar's like trying to trip him up. I don't know how Julius kept his balance. This kid's a freak. Julius is so good.
Yeah.
Brutus and Ivar both go for some big top rope moves. Julius hits his. He hits a shooting star press. And I think it's McAfee who's like, I didn't know Billy Kidman was in the arena, and I popped so big for that.
Yeah.
But he wasn't wrong, man. This was a great-looking move.
That was a gorgeous shooting star press. Holy shit. I love that move, and people don't do it enough, and I get why.
Yep. Especially guys that size. It's hard to watch that. Immediately your mind goes to one name.
Kurt.
Brock Lesnar.
Or Brock.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking Brock at Mania.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Yep.
Regardless, awesome stuff.
Yep.
War Raiders end up getting the W. They hit the War Machine, the 1, 2, 3. I don't think this one's over, though. I think American Made is going to take the titles here at some point. I think they're too good and too hungry not to. But I like the War Machine, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I agree. Great match. Like you said, the War Raiders remind you of Motor City Machine Guns, just how long they've been together. And the Creed brothers, I mean, they came in with that original crop of 2.0. And I remember being so, like, disappointed when 2.0 started. Because, like, you know, we all love the black and gold and everything else.
It's my favorite era of wrestling in the last, 15 years, man.
And I think that was right around the time they released a bunch of people. But...
yeah. All my guys took off, man. Yeah. I lost Adam Cole. I lost O'Reilly. Roddy Strong. But sucked.
Instantly.
Aleister Black. I mean, everyone was gone.
Yeah. But instantly, right away, Tiffany Stratton and the Creed brothers just stuck out in this 2.0 era. And you were like, Julius will be world champion one day. Guarantee it.
100%. Yep.
As long as he keeps his head on, Julius will be WWE World Champion one day. He has the look. He has the wrestling attribute. He has the athleticism. As long as they can get the storytelling and the promos, kid's a star.
It's 2030, and Paul Heyman is managing Julius. Could you see it? Because I can totally see it.
Mm-hmm. Or
I could 100% see those two together.
Paul Heyman's managing Brutus, who's put on 50 pounds of muscle, and Julius is like the good guy trying to fight his big bad brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like Julius has the charisma to be a top
good guy.
face. Yeah. I do love Brutus's laugh though. Oh my god,
dude, he's such a menace.
I mean, both of them are menaces on the internet. Have you seen the shit that these two post?
No, I don't follow either of them.
They are thirsty.
Worth a follow?
Thirsty is not the word. Thirsty is they in the desert. They so thirsty. Both of them.
Oh my god! All right, brother.
It's hilarious.
Oh, no.
They're great.
Oh no!
Oh no! So after that, we get an LWO promo. Pretty much, Ray. Each one of them take a turn talking. And it ends up with Ray. Ray says, "You should have finished what you started, but since you didn't, next week, me and Dragon Lee, New Day, Tornado tag match, which is going to be fire because I love Tornado tag matches."
I also love Tornado tag matches. Mm-hmm. Question I noticed here: are Tornado tags always no DQ?
No, and I know
I didn't think so either.
About it
because they made a point to say no DQ.
Did they say no DQ? Okay, so I missed that. Interesting.
He said it, but I don't think it was on the graphic.
No, but the graphic went to weapons, but then landed on the tornado, and I thought, this is just a cool what kind of match is it gonna be?
There were some weapons and then an ambulance, and I was like, damn.
But this match is
I'm glad you saw that too.
So good. Dragon Lee.
It'll be good to see Dragon Lee back in the ring.
Yes. Yep. So then we got this weird, they must have been doing one of those interviews for Canada and Europe, and then Finn.
Becky Redmond out in the crowd.
Because it starts with Finn in the ring, Braun Breaker up in the stands with Jackie, and Finn already has the mic. And Finn says, "Hey, Braun, the only reason you still have the Intercontinental Champion is because Judgment Day has allowed you to be so." Braun says, "The reason I'm still Intercontinental Champion is because I'm a dog. And the last time I checked, Finn, last week I embarrassed all of Judgment Day." Finn says, "Embarrassed Judgment Day, huh? My name's Finn Balor, and I chew up little rookies like you for breakfast. Because in the ring, I'm untouchable. That's right, I'm untouchable. And I can take that title from you anytime I like. You are clearly a little smarter than you look. Up there hiding behind Jackie, because if you know the first time you step in the ring with me, there will be no dogs barking. No, they'll be watching me put you down." And that's all Braun needed to hear. Braun said, "Oh, really? All right," and just instantly head straight to the ring.
Yes, sir.
Does not care. And Braun's, man, he's so good. He gets into the ringside area. Carlito tries to jump in.
It's a trap.
Oh, yeah, you just saw that. Braun saw that coming. Dumps Carlito over the barricade. Dom jumps up on the barricade from behind. Breaker turns around, catches him, slams him. Finn just looks like, oh, crap, instantly. Breaker gets in there. Finn hits Breaker with the sling blade. Hits him with the double stomp. Breaker ends up getting back up, gets his hands on Finn. Military press. Goes for a spear, and then Dom pulls Finn out of the ring. Dom saves Finn again. Braun sprint. Finn and Dom are up at the Titantron.
Yep.
Braun's staring at them, sees Carlito getting up, and just gets this smile like this. I'm going to destroy him. Sprints around the whole ring and spears the ever-loving shit out of Carlito.
Just spears Carlito to the core. Oh, my Lord.
Takes him out. Yeah. And, I mean, are we going to get Finn and Braun?
Hey man, maybe this is the mid-card title match with maybe it happens with both matches, but I feel like there's so many guys here kind of going after Braun, but maybe it's just like Triple H said, this is an open contest. Whoever, gets my attention, and looks the best for a match with Braun, maybe it's a 6-man, maybe it ends up only being one of them. I don't know. I feel like Finn's gonna end up with Dom though. I mean, maybe it happens like in the road to WrestleMania, and it's not at Mania.
Well,
because I think Finn
they haven't had Sheamus on TV, so I feel like it's gonna be Braun versus Finn or Dom. I guess unless they loop in the Penta story and combine those two stories, that's the only way I can really see a multi-man match. You know what I'm saying? They would have to combine two different stories. It would be Penta, Kaiser, Dunn getting wrapped into the Dom, Finn, Braun.
There's still AJ too.
Yeah, but I think that they made it. I think it's going to be in him and Logan. Like, yeah. Unless they do like Finn, Logan, Breaker, Dom.
Oh God, no!
Like
that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I think it'll end up being AJ and Dom, or AJ and Logan, and then maybe either Finn or Dom versus Braun, and then the other one, like, I don't know. I still don't know. Until matches are announced at this point, like, hell if I know.
So many avenues here, which is great.
It is great, yeah.
After this, we get a little preview of next week. At Madison Square Garden, we got main event Jey Uso versus Grayson Waller. We've got the LWO and the New Day Tornado Tag. AJ Styles calls out Logan Paul, and we get Seth freaking Rollins and CM Punk in that steel cage, baby.
Oh, yeah.
After that, we see main event Jay walking out back. He runs into the Alpha Academy. Otis says the Alpha Babes always have his back.
The Alpha Babes.
Jay moves on. Kathy Kelly catches up to him. She says it was noble of him to go help Alpha Academy. But she asks him getting choked out by Gunther, throws his game off a bit. And Jay sounds more rattled than he has in this whole interaction with Gunther, which was good. Yeah. There was like an evolution of his promo and of his range of emotions.
Yep.
And Jay's like, you know what? He throws his bag down, first of all. I'm like, all right, let's go. Yep. He says, all I hear all week, every week, is that I can't do it. And Gunther has him thinking, you know what, maybe I can't do it. Jay says he feels back against the wall. He feels suffocated, but no one's going to pick him up. No one's going to pick himself up but himself. He says Gunther promised he was going to give Jay 10 weeks of hell, but Jay says he's going to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and at WrestleMania, he's crashing out. But tonight, Gunther woke up a beast when he choked out Jay. And I like this. I like the change in Jay. He started to sound unsure of himself, which he hasn't this whole time.
Right.
I think you were right. I want to see a Gunther squash match or two. Mm-hmm. Maybe a tag match.
Yeah.
Maybe get Jay a window of hope one week, but Gunther's got to really take him out here in one of these next couple weeks. I'm talking through some tables, into the steps, maybe some blood. We need something extreme.
Some beat downs. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And this takes us to our main event, brother.
Hell yeah.
We get the Women's World Championship. We got Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, who has never beaten Io Sky one-on-one.
Yep.
This was a great match, man. You want to take it away?
No, you can finish it. Go ahead.
Okay. I thought the match was actually a bit sloppy at first. I was kind of waiting for things to get going.
Yeah.
And I hate writing that because I'm like, man, am I just tired? I know it's the end of the night. It's 10:30. So I'm glad you agree. But man, you know what really got this match going and got my interest back in this match?
What's that?
Rhea just drops Io with this big boot. Yeah. And it was violent. And after that, this was a whole different ball game.
Yep.
Io counters the Riptide into this awesome DDT. And I wrote, Rhea is the best in the biz, I think, at taking a really good DDT. She really is. After this, I loved the homage to all of her teammates. Mm-hmm. Io hits the Dakota Kai kick in the corner.
So I missed the kick, but I caught the elbow, and then I heard them say she did the kick, but I missed the kick.
Yep. Yep, the little Dakota Kai corner kick, the insane elbow. Rhea kicked out at 2. Io goes into the Oscar lock. Io hits another great match here. She's in the ring. Rhea was outside. Sunset flip powerbomb into the barricade. Absolutely awesome. We get it over the moonsault onto the back of Rhea. She just gets her boot on the bottom rope to break up the count. The match is electric at this point.
Nice.
Io hits this insane, absolutely insane suicide dive. Okay. It was so fast. It was so violent. Yep. And it was in that moment I thought of like how sometimes Vince would like call in and change a match on the fly. And I don't know what it was, but I literally I'm like, man, I want you to win this match all of a sudden. I saw that suicide dive and I was like, that was awesome. She goes for like a springboard looking move here. It looked like Rhea catches her and she kind of has her up in like the electric chair position. She drops her on her face on the apron, picks her back up, and then just dumps her onto the announce table. Oh, rugged move.
First to the announce table.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so Rhea scrambles back into the ring. Looks like she's going for the count-out win. And Bianca starts encouraging Io. And I'm like, why are they focusing on this so much?
Yeah.
And she's really, really trying to pump her up, get her back in the ring. And Rhea is pissed. And she's in disbelief. Io beats the count. Rhea takes big-time offense to this. She says the hell with the match. She goes out. She confronts Bianca. She pushes Bianca. And as Rhea goes to go back into the ring, Bianca attacks her from behind, tells her to get back in the ring.
Yep.
Pushes her back. And Jessica Carr comes out and lays down the law.
I like this because we give fans have given AEW so much shit in the past and deserved for refs just clearly seeing people cheat and like just acting like she came out and said, I'm not ending this match like this.
Bryce Remsburg is the fucking worst for what it's worth.
And what's her name? Aubrey, don't even get me started on her. But I like how the ref came out and said, I'm not ending the match like this. Both you get in the ring and you guys stop your shit. This is not how this match is ending.
I wish he would have just thrown out Bianca. But whatever.
Right.
It is what it is. Doesn't call for the DQ. Rio tells Io she's going to pay for it now. Io looks lifeless at this point. Rhea pulls her up to the top rope. She's going for that super riptide that she's done to win some big matches. Mm-hmm. And she looks back at Bianca. And she's like, I'll see you at Mania. And I fucking knew. I knew right away. Io catches life. She hits this Rana out of the riptide. And man, does Rhea just splat onto the mat. And she hits the over the moonsault. And there's this buzz in the arena. And everyone starts looking around. 1, 2, everyone starts looking around. 3, and the place erupts. Because this is so unexpected. Everyone thought Rhea was going to win this. But we're also all wondering, how is this going to get turned into a triple threat? Because we've all, what else is Io going to do, you know?
Yep.
And now it all makes sense suddenly. So good for Io. And there's a few things here. Huge win for Io. Another reason why you need to watch every title match. I don't care if it's on Raw, if it's on a house show. Samoa Joe beat Finn Balor for the NXT title on a house show in Massachusetts, baby.
Yep.
Never sleep.
Yep.
You know what else? Rhea still hasn't beaten Io. Can't forget about that. And now you've really got some groundwork for babyface Rhea and heel Bianca.
There's so much because Bianca was acting like she didn't do anything wrong.
Yep.
And she I'm just here to watch the match. What are you talking about? And technically, she didn't really do anything to cost the match. Rhea pushed her first. She pushed Rhea back. And really, Rhea was more focused on Bianca than she was on the match, and that's why she lost. But we all know Bianca was edging that shit on. And she's not as innocent as she keeps trying to play. You know? Right. So there's so many layers. Let Io come into this match as champion. She came into WrestleMania last year holding the other world title, the WWE Women's Championship. Now she's coming into Mania holding the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Rhea and Bianca, If that's the match that ends up happening, what a damn match.
And Io and Bianca already have beef, so this is great.
Yeah, Io and Bianca's had a ton of matches, and they are always great. Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, this match is gonna smoke. And I said this to you at the end of the chamber, or at the end of the women's chamber when we saw all three of them. I instantly said, "Oh, give me that. Give me that. That's what I want." And boy, that's what
we're gonna
doing.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw so many people after Raw last night tweeting out like, "I'm so sorry, Triple H. Should have let you cook. My bad." Like,
for real, man.
My bad.
Don't tell the chef what to do. Let the chef cook. Yeah. Brother.
So I just saw on my phone announced for tonight: Jordynne Grace versus Cora Jade.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right, man. Cool.
So maybe they are going to go with Roxanne and Jade. Or wait, did I say Jade?
You did. Jordynne Grace and Roxanne?
Grace and Cora Jade. Yeah, Cora Jade. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe they're going to go for Jordynne Grace and Roxanne next week.
Say they delivered?
Yeah.
No. Roadblock.
Yeah. But yeah.
Too many damn shows to keep track of.
No kidding. But that was Monday Night Raw. What a damn ending. Holy.
Really solid Raw.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and I think we can all agree that none of us know what the hell's going on for WrestleMania. This is going to be a ride, and we're just going to have to buckle up and deal with it. I
can only hope WrestleMania is as good as Elimination Chamber was. I was thinking about... So, obviously, my end of the review of Elimination Chamber was instant reaction. Mm-hmm. It was interesting to sit on it and sleep on it, like Tyler was saying. One of my first thoughts, I mean, that's got to be like a top 5 non-WrestleMania PLE ever. It really does. Yeah. That show was special.
So good.
And just like we said, this got so many eyeballs from so many different publications. This was on ESPN. I've had people reach out to me who don't even watch wrestling, and they're like, dude, everyone knows who John Cena is. I've heard from people I haven't heard from in years and years and years saying, dude, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And being like, didn't they just beat up the guy who signed your belt and your sign? And I'm like, yeah, they did. I'm pissed.
Yeah, it's everywhere. ESPN, Jon Stewart on what is it, the Tonight Show?
Tonight Show.
And it's just, I have guys at work that used to watch wrestling in the past that are like, dude, what the hell was this? And then start like a 15-minute conversation with me about it. So, I mean, it's really taken over. And hopefully, like you said, WrestleMania is as good. We'll see. We have 6 more weeks, and we're going to see where this damn ride takes us. It's going to be fun. And
I'm excited, brother.
I'm excited to do our first WrestleMania. It's going to be good. But that is it for today's episode. We will see you probably for NXT, but we'll see. If not, definitely for SmackDown as per usual. But give us a like, subscribe, hit the little dingy bell so you can get notified when we post a video or shorts. We're getting some more shorts out there. So, and we'll see you guys next time. Till then, man. Peace.
See you.